We're getting new views this morning of Tropical Storm Ida. The National Hurricane Center shared this view of inside the eye of the storm on Sunday morning as it made landfall. The storm hit as a Category 4. This morning it has now been downgraded to a tropical storm. Many are sharing their view across social media. A nurse shared a moment when the roof blew off the hospital that she was working in. You can see just debris flying everywhere there. Pretty dramatic. All of New Orleans is still without power. Take a look at the scene on Sunday. Firefighters near New Orleans were facing tough conditions while trying to put out a house fire there. And as the sun comes up, many are sharing pictures of damage on social media. We're seeing a lot of these images from Louisiana storm chasers and reporters who were out there when roofs were starting to fly off and the storm surge of water flooded in. We know at least one person has died from a tree that fell on a home. A levee failed in Alliance, Louisiana, which is about 20 miles southeast of New Orleans. President Biden confirmed an emergency disaster declaration for the state of Louisiana. And help from Colorado is also on the way. 9 News reporter John Glasgow joins us now. And John, local volunteers are also flocking to the Gulf Coast to lend a helping hand. Yeah, and those are some incredible images there that you just showed. A dozen volunteers from Colorado and Wyoming are already in the area to work with the Red Cross. They're prepared for whatever comes next. And as you can see, there is a lot of water to contend with there. The focus will be on sheltering evacuees in some of the hardest hit towns and neighborhoods. Teams, they arrived south of Sunday. Andrea Carlson, she's one of those volunteers. She said that the interstate was like a parking lot with people trying to leave town. Most of those people are headed towards Texas. While Hurricane Ida weakened to a tropical storm today, more than 1 million homes and businesses are without power, including the city of New Orleans. Not only is this storm dangerous, volunteers deployed are also going to an area with one of the worst COVID situations in the country. Some other volunteers, they're now helping virtually, providing things like mental health services over video chat instead of being there in person.
Colorado is oftentimes one of those regions for the Red Cross that supplies a lot of talent. We have an incredible volunteer group. It's no surprise. We have amazing people who live in Colorado. And so our individuals that work and volunteer for us are often the first ones who raise their hands to go across the country to help somebody else.
So great to see Coloradans doing that. The Red Cross says it's also adjusted how it shelters, what they do in the shelters with the evacuees because of COVID. They now put the families in pods in the evacuation centers instead of the huge rooms with those cots right next to each other. The volunteers from Colorado helping on the ground are expected to be there for the next 2 to 3 weeks, Corey. All right, John, thank you. Now, before you jump in to help those recovering from the storm, here's a couple things to consider. The Red Cross is accepting donations if you can't volunteer. So you can visit redcross.org. You can call 800-RED-CROSS, or you can text the word IDA to 90999 to make a $10 donation. You can also give to the Salvation Army. Head to give.helpsalvationarmy.org. For more information on how you can help and to stay up to date on Hurricane or Tropical Storm Ida, download our free 9 News app for direct updates on your mobile device.